Hi everyone, hope you're having a great class so far. Thanks for joining me today. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about interview techniques. So, two main things for interviewing. We could talk about interviewing at great length, so I'm going to really narrow it down to two key points. One, going to talk to you about best practices for how to answer the tell me about yourself question, and two, I'm going to talk to you about the STAR method. So, first off, tell me about yourself. Recommendations for tell me about yourself. 9 times out of 10, tell me about yourself will be the first question asked of you in an interview. And it's really important to be prepared to answer this question because failure to answer this question effectively is like leaving money on the table. Answering the tell me about yourself question well really puts you at an advantage because it gives you an opportunity to tell the interviewer how you want them to see you. You get to paint the picture for them of who you are. You get to tell them who you are, and you can sell your strengths. You can sell your experience. So, in the tell me about yourself question, there's a 3-pronged breakdown for the things that you should cover in answering this question. You don't want to get too in the weeds when answering this. You don't need to cover where you grew up or your hobbies, where you've moved, what your hometown is, you've moved from here to there, or even you don't even have to go into your whole life story in terms of employment. I started in my employment at this place and then I transitioned to this place and then I moved over to the next. No. What you really want to do is you want to key in to the most important things and really keep it brief and powerful. You want to be reverse chronological, so you want to start with the most recent and most relevant information in regards to your employment background and work your way backwards, but only to a certain extent. So that being said, what you are going to tell them is 1, who you are, 2, why you're qualified, and 3, why you're here. So who you are, again, not where you grew up and every single job you've ever had, but who you are. I am a CAU student working on my whatever rating currently, whatever defines you as a professional. That includes your education, that includes your training, that includes memberships, professional affiliations, leadership experience, volunteer work. All of those things can be included in your profile of who you are as a professional. Secondly, why you're qualified. What kind of skills do you have? What kinds of things have you learned from that background that you just shared? And then lastly, why you're here. Why are you interested in applying to this job in particular? Why are you sitting in this interview right now instead of with some other employer? So that's how to answer the tell me about yourself question. Another thing that's really important when you go into an interview, never go to an interview without having at least 5 achievement stories prepared. So think long and hard about what your past is. What have you done in your past? What kind of notable achievements have you accomplished in your past? If you have to, go through old reports that you've written, old text messages, old Facebook or other social media posts. Ask your mom, ask your friends. Try and jog your memory to think about the most impressive things that you've done. And come up with 4 or 5 stories about those things. Then, as you work on coming up with those stories, use the STAR method to make those stories as compelling as possible. So what STAR stands for is situation or task, action, and result. So situation or task. What was the situation that you encountered? What was the task that was demanded of you? This is really an opportunity to kind of paint the picture and set the scene for the story. Then the action. What kind of approach did you take to resolving this problem or capitalizing on a great opportunity or whatever it may have been? Then lastly, and this is commonly ignored and overlooked, and you definitely don't want to forget, your result. What was the result? What's the ending of this story? It needs to be some kind of happy ending, some kind of achievement that you can be proud of. You got closed a new account, you closed a deal, you got a special recognition, you got a customer satisfaction rating, you got a good review, you got a raise, whatever it is. Don't forget to include the result. So that's that. That's what we are covering today. Good luck with interviewing. I can't wait to meet with you again, and we will talk soon. Thank you.